Okay guys, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. TF2 has been on a major downward spiral since the whole Meteor match update. And honestly, I kinda miss the old TF2. Ever since I've launched the game in 2015, my life has been changed forever. I fell in love with the game, I fell in love with the characters, I liked almost everything about the game. And by old TF2, I honestly mean when it's actually functional. You know, back in the day we had quick play, and I do not understand the argument that quick play is bad and somehow the system we have is better. I know that quick play wasn't really perfect, it has its issue, 100%, but it surely was better than this piss garbage load of system that we have here. And honestly, I don't want to hear people complaining about why quick play is a bad addition to the game or a bad option unless you have a good argument, because some of these people never even tried quick play or just joined the game after, and they think like reverting the game to the old system means it's gonna be worse, which technically it's actually gonna be better. And I've been looking around for an argument that supports, you know, the current matchmaking system over quick play, and the only thing I can find is just people saying it is bad. But then you find out that most of these people didn't even play the game, because that's actually true. The majority of people watches TF2 content on YouTube, they don't actually play the game, they just watch the content. Or maybe let's just say they heard the opinion from a controversial YouTuber, aka Zesty Jesus, and they decide to go against him because, you know, just out of spite and hate, because yeah, that's a very mature thing to do. And I understand that if you don't like Zesty Jesus, that's fine, you don't have to like the dude. But honestly, this guy has been talking about major TF2 issues, like spitting facts, a video after a video after a video. Sure, he doesn't always hit the mark, but most of the time he does. And people don't listen to him. Why? Because, you know, he said the T-word slur before. Oh damn, dude. I'm about to shake your whole world. You know why? Because most of these YouTubers, so-called, you know, anti-racism, blah blah blah, they said those slurs themselves. But you know, people won't call them out on them. And you can see on a website called slur.tf and check your favorite YouTuber. Not all of them, but some of them did say the slurs. And it's kind of funny to see these people that have like said even worse stuff than Zesty Jesus said, in my opinion. Speaking of other big TF2 creators, let's just face it, both of these people do not really care about the state of the game. If they do, they'll be making videos. You know who you are, and mostly I'm going after the same people who went with the hashtag save and fix TF2. Now they're gone. You're not hearing anything from them. You're not seeing them. Why? Because in my opinion, ultimately, this was a stunt. A stunt to gather attention, to gather follower and audience, and then they got what they want, and then they got out of there. And you know, I understand that maybe you have a lot of time on your schedule and you're not really free to make a whole video about the subject, but the least you can do is just tweet and talk about it, you know? Talk about the issue that TF2 has. Let people know, because ultimately, if we want to solve this freaking issue of the game, and I think we all agree about it, you know, that the biggest issue is the casual matchmaking system, then we have to talk about it. We can't expect any solution or results while sitting here doing nothing. I mean, look at Valve right now. It took them 5 years to get rid of the bot invasion after the community has been complaining about it non-stop for years. And even that, they still suck at it, because, surprise, surprise, the bots are still coming back. Sure, they're not coming back a lot like they used to, but you can find now a new form of bot that just idle, that will take a spot on the server without even joining and just ultimately ruin the match. And you really cannot do anything about it once again. You think we're gonna be sitting around waiting for another 5 years for a miracle? I don't think TF2 is gonna last that much long, to be honest. And I don't want to see my favorite game die. You know, the game that I have the most hour on, the most amount of money to spend on, die like that, because I genuinely think this game deserves better. And for those people who say I should be playing another game or playing community servers only, Honestly, screw you. I like my favorite games and I want it to be functional. And as long as Valve is continually milking money out of it, then they at least, in the minimal thing they can do is make the game playable. You know, and we're supposed to be spending money on a broken game that doesn't even function? No, I don't think we should. And the people who spend money on the game to try and unbox, you know, whenever there's an update comes around and those seasonal garbage crates, they're doing it for content, are generally, in my opinion, not doing good for the game. You're encouraging Valve to continue doing absolutely nothing while you're giving money for it. You know, I don't think this is like the biggest, you know, contributor to the carelessness of Valve, but I think it adds to it. And well, since I've now talked about the issue, I'm here going to be proposing a couple of solutions that I think, in my opinion, are the bare minimum of what Valve can do to fix the problem. Number one, I'd say bring back quick play. It's just that simple. Because the essence of quick play is that you join any match, no more ad hoc only connections. You mean you can join your friends, you can also switch teams, scramble them, and it was really good and simple instead of waiting 10 to 5 minutes of just waiting to switch server, to find a server that has, you know, not half empty or has playable, you know, or not on the verge of ending last round, last minute. And if you like a server, you can play on it, because the moment that the game ends, it just resets like a command and people play again without being stuck, you know. This is what the main issue of this system is. It's a time waster. It doesn't do you any favor. And by the time you found the match, you probably spent like 20 to 30 minutes between jumping server until you find this one match that you can have fun out of. And then, oh, the map ended, half people are gone, and you're back again searching for another server. Number two, my solution for the whole map crisis is just to remove the unpopular maps, because I believe there are a large percentage of maps that people do not play on. I think most people will agree upon this decision. I mean, are you gonna tell me that you play the map like Patagonia or Bread Space? I guarantee nobody even played these maps. I don't think anybody plays them, you know, unironically, actually selects and go after these maps. There's a lot of maps that don't even get touched, that are actually good maps. Like Doomsday, for example. What happened to Doomsday? I used to play Doomsday a lot back when I joined the game. But now, there's little to no function in games because the Doomsday is all the way in the down underneath all these maps. And I guarantee that most people don't know it exists. Same can be said for Payload Race. Payload Race was fun. Yeah, sure, not all maps are good, but it was fun. I know there's a good maps out there, but these maps don't get replayed because the whole system is being flooded with tens of hundreds of maps that people don't even know the name of, let alone what they look like. Number three, and the last one, please, for the love of God, have some sort of quality control. Have some standards, Valve. Have some standards and respect for your own product. And I don't know why you ignore one of your best games you ever made, if not the best one so far. I'm talking on the term of multiplayer. You know, Half-Life is on a league of its own, in my opinion. I don't know why you let a group with an awful community like a TF2 Emporium bloats the game with bad hats, unusual effects, and maps, and that some are just genuinely awful. Some of them are stolen, and on top of that, these people don't even play the game. The majority of them, they don't. They're just making money out of it. That's all what it is to it. There's no compassion, there's no love, and there's no respect for the game. And honestly, I don't think they deserve their stuff to be added in the game, in my opinion. I think genuinely this game just needs a functioning casual system to survive. And I don't really think that the MVM update will be saving the game, honestly. Seeing how much they delayed the update and how many times they put like a seasonal update that always breaks the game. always have issues, you know, and that's just like a seasonal update, you know. You think they perfected it by now? I have little to no faith that they will deliver something of value, and if they does, then, you know, damn, this might be the only 1 or 2 times that Valve actually outdid themselves, and I'll be glad and appreciate it for, you know, I'll appreciate it. I think we can all agree that even if the game doesn't get any major update or love, you know, from Valve itself, at least it deserves to be playable. You know, if you're gonna continue milking money out of the game, at least make it playable. I don't need more hats, more unusual effects, yada yada yada. I just need the game to be playable, you know. I just need it to be friendly for new players, you know, because someday these new players will carry the game in the upcoming, you know, in the upcoming future, when veterans are either, you know, either getting married, have kids of their own, they don't have time to play video games anymore, or they're straight on dead, you know. And I stand by the idea that just because it's a decade-old game doesn't mean it should be abandoned, especially if it's functional and it has a lot of players still playing the game to this day. I mean, you can still go on Counter-Strike 1.6 and you can still find people playing this game to this day. And I don't really see the argument, you know, of, yeah, these people should stop playing this game and play CS2, you know. It's kind of a really bad argument if you ask me, because these are completely different games in the core value of how they work, you know. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Please, guys, do not stop talking about the issue that TF2 has. Make a video, do a tweet, spread the word. If you truly care about TF2, then it's time to prove it, you know. And until then, I'll see you guys there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Until then, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.